My name's Lori Plager, and I've been looking for my friend Jackie Cohn. The last time I saw her, I think I was 12 years old.
My name is Henry Dalton. I've been looking for Charles Glenn Wallace since 1957.
My name is Kimberly Ann Page. I initiated the search to find my biological mother.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed.
First guy I met when I got into the battalion was Charlie, because he was standing at the door and he said, "How you doing there, buddy?" And I said, "Oh, pretty good." And he said, "Well, I'm gonna clue you in about everything works around here, you know."
She was my best friend in 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, and I always felt really terrible that we lost touch.
1957, we came back, and we got off the boat. That was the last time I saw him.
Once I found out at 5 that I was adopted, it was very unnerving for me. I had a lot of questions. I wanted to know what that meant and what happened to the other part of me.
I tried over the years to find her, and I had no success.
I tried to contact him by phone, you know, and knowing the city he lived in was Mound City, Illinois, and I called back there, and there was no number for Charles Glenn Wallace there.
It took a lot of time running down to the courts and making phone calls, trying to find out what I could do to subpoena records if I could do that, to talk with a judge and plead with a judge.
A couple of years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer, and I asked my mom for my birthday present. I told her that's what I wanted. I wanted to find Jackie Cohn.
And I said, "Lori, that's an impossibility, because over the years, I've tried many, many times to find her."
I was watching Jeopardy, and it came up on one of the ads on Jeopardy, you know, one of the commercials. It said, "Locate anyone, 1-800-US-SEARCH."
And that night, on my email, was a list of all the Jackies and Jacquelines born in the United States on May 31st, 1958.
And I said, "Jesus, if it's this easy, let me try it." So the next day I tried it.
For someone to just come out of nowhere and tell you, "Guess what, you were born as Gwendolyn Elston, and we know your mom's name too. Her name happened to be Myrtle Rose." It was mind-blowing, because I knew that that was enough to secure every bit of other information that I needed. And that was the hardest for me to get, and they attained it in 2 weeks.
Third call, I got him. When I said, the lady answered the phone, I said, "Is your husband named Charles G. Wallace?" And she said, "Certainly is." I said, "Was he in the 82nd Airborne Division?" She said, "Hey, Charlie, was you in the 82nd Airborne Division?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Who's this? Some guy wants to talk to you." I'm sure we'll be glad to see him. And relive a few old times.
You got bigger, huh?
For me, I just need to see her. I need to know that she's alive. I need to know that that part of my life really isn't gone.
And my Aunt May, she showed me a picture of my biological mother, and that was heartwarming, but it was terribly painful, because at the same time, she informed me that my mother had passed away. But I was glad to know that I had brothers and sisters, lots of brothers and sisters, 5 brothers and 2 sisters to be exact. I've been made whole. I've been a half a person all this time. But because of 1-800-US-SEARCH, I'm a whole person now, and I'm so very grateful. I'm so very grateful.
They have probably gotten 100 people from me already, just from telling them about this story.
You can't set any value on you when you find someone you've been looking for so long. How can you?
It's hard to explain the feelings I have.
You know,
Just like a brother. It's like finding a long lost brother.
If it would have been $500, it wouldn't have bothered me. I'd have paid it.
Certainly worth 100,000 times the little fee that I paid.
shoot, I'd give him his money back.
That's what he said. Well, you want me to split it with you? And I said, no.